The council voted on the 2026 budget, and the city is moving forward with the new soccer stadium. Here's what happened this week on The Gavel, your weekly Denver City Council wrap-up. City Council voted on the mayor's proposed 2026 budget on Monday night. It resulted in a 6-6 tie, meaning council did not adopt the budget. However, per the city charter, the proposed budget as amended by the council will be implemented. Despite a $200 million budget gap, the $1.66 billion budget retains core services. Some council members had issues with some of the funding that was cut in the budget.
We have no choice but to figure out a way to fund the programs that we need to fund to make our people healthy. We're doing our police no favor by not funding the public health modalities that will increase public safety.
Others wanted to highlight what they felt were the strong parts of the bill.
I am voting for things in this budget because I think there were some things that got lifted and moved forward. The independent agencies, for the auditor, for the clerk and recorder. I'm voting for, the reinstatement for those parking magistrates, for having that food summit, also thinking about out-of-school time. So needed, and so much more is needed.
The appointment of a new executive director of public safety goes under review. On Wednesday, the Health and Safety Committee sent to council the mayor's nomination of Al Gardner for that position. He outlined how he would run the department, policy ideas, and future plans. If approved, he would look at reducing 911 call times, make sure technology systems are up to date, and manage employment and staffing.
Safety is also heavy on the prevention side with how do we disrupt those paths that lead to the detention piece and the other part. So I see safety heavy on the prevention. And then when I do see enforcement, I see that being respectful and enforcement that leads with humanity.
Council will vote on his nomination during the November 17th City Council meeting. Denver's newest soccer stadium is moving forward. On Wednesday, the South Platte Committee sent to the full council a series of agreements related to the National Women's Soccer League stadium to be built at Santa Fe Yards. First up was a rezoning of the site to allow for the stadium. It would have a max height of 150 feet with allowances for large multimedia signs and displays. The stadium property agreement approves $50 million from the city's capital improvement fund and outlines the conditions for sale, which is expected to close this year.
So it rescinds budget of Elevate bond projects that were previously budgeted in our capital improvement program. It does not have any impact on bond projects. And so by doing this, it creates capacity in our capital improvement program, which we will then appropriate in the new program I just talked about, the Santa Fe Yards program, and appropriates it for the infrastructure improvements in the land.
Changes to the intergovernmental agreements would make the Santa Fe pedestrian bridge a regional project so that the city can apply for a state grant to support construction. The city will also get 10% of any property tax increase values, with the developer getting the other portion. The rezoning will move forward to the full council, and the other items will come back to committee on December 10th, so committee members can get more information. Stay tuned for more coverage on these. You can find links to City Council meetings, schedules, agendas, events, and news at denvergov.org/citycouncil. Denver City Council meets every Monday at 3:30 at the City and County Building Council Chambers, or tune in live on Denver 8 or Zoom. Be sure to follow us on X, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram for Denver news, events, and information.